A chatter a while back sent me a YouTube playlist that I want to take a look at called Dog Stuff. And the chatter said that this YouTube playlist was actually very helpful and very informative. Teach your dog to listen no matter what, even if you think they are stubborn. Get your dog to calm down with this common sense protocol for relaxation. How to get your dog to behave anywhere. And introducing your dog to the treadmill, dog treadmills. 10-month-old border collie is more interested in other dogs than me. Michael Ellis on how to correct reactivity. His POC, his last name is Gianos. Golly. Guard's property only goes up. This is the anarcho-capitalist dog. This dog is ice, basically. Kiko Pup is the best. What to train your puppy first?
The first thing you want to do when using food is teach your puppy how to take the treat out of your hand. Some puppies
Oh my God, look at this beautiful little pupper.
won't find the treat very quickly. So if you're trying to train them something, then it interferes with the training. So make sure that they can find the treat immediately and
chilling
eat
on
it.
the couch.
Also, if you're going to be using treats on the
old.
floor, teach your...
What? Did she pee in the house again? Oh my God. She literally spends her time outdoors browsing and then comes inside to pee now. And I don't stop. I hate that you guys do Giga Kaya every time she pisses inside the house. It's been getting really fucking bad. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, start crate training her. Like, literally.
I mean, you should have done that first.
No.
Instead of letting her free roam.
No, I thought that because she was only using the pads and she was only peeing on the pads, I took the pads off and I'm like trying to get her to... I've taken the pads off and I've been, giving her a lot of treats and stuff like that. What? There are no pads.
There are
around.
no pee pads.
Yeah, there are no pads.
So why are you surprised that she's peeing on the ground?
Because there are no pads and I am only training her to pee outside while also simultaneously letting her roam.
She's too young.
Oh.
Pee pads out. Seriously, we can't have her peeing in the house.
Yeah, I agree.
We have a whole bunch of them in the...
There's so many pee pads.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm rushing. Are you letting her outside every 30 minutes after water? Yes. She's literally outside, not even every 30 minutes. She's outside for an extended period of time on top of that, too. Shouldn't have started on the pee pads. Man, shut up. Oh, my God. There's no problem with the fucking starting on pee pads.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with starting.
I
with
think
pee
I should put the
pads.
pee pads outside. That's what I should do.
I don't know, but you have to have something in the house.
I think you just train her first to pee on pee pads, and then when she's older, you
She
can start
she knows
training
how to.
her to go outside. It's a step-by-step process.
Someone in the chat said we are hearing too much. Turn the noise gate back on, which I agree with. I think we should.
They can hear your mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the noise gate back on, and then
Did I miss?
if it's not in your hand, then you missed. You're so violent.
Serious? What?
Attack is the same.
What am I supposed to do? Just let it fly around?
Okay, the noise gate is
What do
now
you
on.
mean?
You should be out there with her while she pees, treat her, and then bring her in so she knows the outside is proper. You can't leave her to pee alone. There's no reinforcement. Dude,
Exactly.
I am doing that. I'm doing that. I'm giving her a treat, and then I'm letting her roam afterwards.
Okay, listen. Thing is, when you're streaming, you're not reinforcing good and bad behavior. When
Yes,
you're
I am.
streaming, no, you're not, because since she's free roaming, she's getting water randomly, so you don't know when she's gonna go pee.
You should probably give Kaya to chat. You clearly don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I know.
No, he knows what he's doing. It's just I don't know how you're doing it while streaming 15 million hours a day.
I am getting my mom and Marat to also help out. Yeah. After paying thousands for professional dog training with a stubborn Shiba, P-Pads just trained them to know it's okay to go inside. I mean, I trained I trained Fish with a pee pad. And then after, like, you know, once he was a couple months old, I swapped it out. I swapped the pee pads out. And because it was a mixture. Like, if you really, really, really must go, I would let Fish go inside, and in moments where I couldn't, like, you know, control the pee or anything like that. And then I would reinforce it by, you know, giving him treats when he was peeing outside. I didn't even have a yard back then. You didn't have a yard, but it doesn't matter. No, that's not even true. I was living in a fucking fraternity house, so there was like an outdoor area to pee, and that's what I did. She's too young. She can't control her bladder. She still has like anxiety pees. She still does excitement pees. It's a normal part of the process. I think like I haven't. If you have any training questions, let me know. I've been training dogs for 10 years now, 5 in my own company. Also, I'm in LA. The piss pads are fine. Yeah, pee pads are fine. I don't know why the fuck chatters are like chirping me on it.
Test.
You're not muted. Is it bad if my dogs still use their pee pads? They're adults. I don't know, man. It's for you. If you don't mind your dog pissing indoors, then I guess there's no issue with that.
Puppy to find the treat, I like to use a pointing gesture to help them out if they can't find it.
No, you're speaking too quietly.
With young puppies or new rescue dogs.
Why do you get more quiet every time? You literally go, is it too quiet? If I talk like this? You hear me? Yeah. Loud. Be loud. Ah!
I don't like to use the lure right near their face to begin with, because what happens is you get the dog frustrated and trying to get the treat out of your hand. So I suggest instead luring the dog from a distance up above at first. It really depends on your puppy's personality as to what behaviors you'll work on first. If you have a puppy that's very shy and reserved, I don't suggest working on that game, which is no mugging, where you get the puppy to back away from your hand and then reinforce. Instead, I suggest teaching that puppy, if they're worried about hands, to touch your fingers and receive a treat for that. So I'll link a tutorial on how to train that.
You know what? Let's do the puppy pee pad instead. How long should you train your dog? Common newbie errors using food to train dogs. Stop puppy biting with handling games. Stop puppy biting clothes. Capturing calmness. Teach your puppy his name. Teach to go in your crate. Teach go in your crate. I've done that already. How to train drop it. Okay, I know all this stuff, but I want to know the peeing. Or what not to do in front of a puppy.
Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be talking about things not to do in front of your puppy in the first few weeks that you bring your puppy home. Now the first one I think is the most important is not tying your shoes in front of your puppy the first few days that you have your puppy, or dressing and undressing yourself in front of your puppy, because you're setting yourself up for a failure. The puppy most likely will become very excited and want to grab at your clothes, and it will begin a very bad habit. So instead of doing that, you can either put the puppy away or give the puppy a high-value chew if they have to be in the same room as you while you're tying your shoes, or you can train your puppy so someone else is tying their shoes and you can be feeding your puppy treats for simply watching without thinking to grab and start tugging on the shoelaces. Another really important thing to keep in mind is that if you have your puppy outside, you might be thinking that you might want to do a little bit of gardening, and that is the worst idea to do in front of a puppy, because they oftentimes will copy our behavior that we're doing. So if you start pulling out weeds and digging, your puppy is going to start digging and also noticing the places that you've pulled out the weeds and wanting to eat the dirt and screw around and dig. So instead of doing that, in the first few weeks, do your gardening while the puppy is in his pen, or you can reinforce your puppy for watching you, but I really suggest waiting a few weeks till you have a reinforcement history of the puppy listening to you and doing things for you before you expect your puppy to listen to you while you're doing something very exciting and you...
Are you bored? Why are you looking at me like that?
Looking around.
You're giving a look.
Around.
Are you bored? You want to... Wait, people are saying, yes, we are. I think this is good stuff.
You don't want your puppy to join in. I suggest that the first time that you expose your puppy to something that could be exciting or arousing, that you set it up as a training session rather than just leaving everything to chance. Because most likely, if you just let your puppy watch your kids play around with toys.
Okay, this stuff is like, that's silly, but
Door potty training with potty pads is what we're going to talk about today. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to explain why using potty pads will not make it impossible for your dog to eventually go potty outside. This potty training process has been so damn easy that I have used it on over 20 rescue puppies that I have brought into my home, fostered, and helped find their forever home. So let's start with step one. Find a dedicated spot to put your potty pads. Popular spots are by the back door, a bathroom, a guest room, or a laundry room. Pro tips on picking your potty pad spot. Whoa, that was an alliteration if I ever heard one, is to make sure it's a spot that the pads can stay in so they're not in the way, but it also needs to be a spot where the puppy can easily access it at all times. And ideally you put it in a spot where you have tile, so if there is a mess in and around it, you don't have to worry as much and you're not doing like on laminate flooring. Start with 4 to 5 potty pads, give or take, depending on the size of your dog. Then I want you to lay them out. Finn, are you trying to help? Oh gosh. Finn is showing you what not to do. Do not let your puppy chew on this. Do a quick training intermission. If your puppy tries to chew on the puppy pads, do not scream or scold, and do not make it exciting, because if you yell at them, they're gonna think it's a game. So what I do is I hold it and I stay completely still. Yes, good job. And I had a little bit of accent there. And when he releases, I give him a marker command, which for me is YES, and you can reward with a treat. So he learns that, okay, when I let go of the potty pad, I get rewarded. Your pro tip with this is you can use a playpen or a crate to make the area more designated and more specific for your puppy. I like this playpen because it comes with a little built-in door, makes it easy for puppies to go in and out. When you're laying down your potty pads, make sure you overlap them just a little bit and you have at least a few inches outside of the playpen or crate. To start.
okay, right off the bat, the fact that she's using like 4 giant pads, immediately smart. I've only been using one, and I'm sorry, but Kaya literally never fucking makes it onto the pad. Like, she's always pissing near the pad.
You'll want to introduce your puppy to the potty pads. So you can walk over to the potty pads with them and let them smell it and reward every time they smell it and show interest. But as you saw earlier, do not reward if they start playing with them. Instead, redirect and get them focused on something else and try. Again, only reward when they show interest in it, smell it, but not when they try to bite. Next step is walk them to the potty pads every single hour. Yes, once an hour, I want you to walk them over to the potty pads. Good job, Finnegan. In addition to that, you're going to walk them to the potty pad area after they eat, sleep, or play every single time. So that means that you're going to be making a visit to this little dedicated potty indoor area several times a day. And for those of you who are subscribed, you know that I like to get the most bang out of my buck on training. So what I recommend to do as a pro tip is you can use a leash with a harness on your puppy and physically walk them over as if you're leash walking to the potty area every single hour. And that means that you're gonna get to work on leash skills. And yes, you can start that now. If you're potty training, you can start working on obedience training right meow. Hi, dude. And because you're gonna be making so many trips to this area, your puppy is eventually and undoubtedly going to potty in the potty area. And you know what you do when that happens? You get so super excited. This is the key, guys, as they are going potty, not after, not before. In the middle of it, I want you to give a marker word. That could be a clicker if you're clicker training, or for me, it's YES, which is what I've trained my dog, even at a young age, to recognize as a positive reinforcement. And then you give him a treat with a command. So for Finn, let's say he's going potty on here. Yes, go potty. Good job. And you can give a treat. So you see that I started the reward and the reinforcement as he was completing the action. I know he was just sitting here, but that was just for demonstration. And now a brief message from our sponsor, Finn. Just this. Don't yell, don't scold, don't rub your puppy's nose in it. What I do with all the rescue puppies that I have fostered is I simply pick them up and I put them on the potty pad. Most times they still need to go a little bit, so they'll continue going potty on here. A pro tip on this is watch your puppy for signals. A potty signal is typically sniffing the ground or pacing back and forth. If you see that, gently pick them up or lure them over with a leash and put them on the potty area and wait. The reason I like this playpen is I can close them in. Now, once they go potty on here, you can replace the pad and put a new one on. What I've seen some people do, and it's worked for me some of the time and not other times.
Can I ask Jadain? He has 3 dogs. Yeah, dude, that's right. I should ask Jadain in Turkey how to train a dog, even though I've had a dog and I actually perfectly trained him. Like, I'm not watching this YouTube video because I don't know how to fucking train a dog. I'm watching this YouTube video to see if there's anything that I'm not aware of that I've been doing wrong or things that I might have forgotten. Okay? And I'm realizing that this is only encouraging backseat dog advice, which is making it really fucking annoying. So I'm going to move on from it, especially because hella people are just saying like, oh, this is boring, which is really fucking annoying to me. It is so fucking annoying. There is no other form of content where dickheads will just be like, dude, just turn it off. Just turn it off. Plenty of people have. Why don't you fucking turn it off? You know what I mean? Just turn off the stream. You don't have to sit here and be like, dude, you're so boring. You're boring your guest. You're boring us. I'm sleeping. Like, it's very, very, very frustrating and very fucking annoying to do that.